scrapbook. Oh goodness, what is my computer doing? Hold on, everybody. Hopefully it's working. I'm just going to continue on. All right. So I've got 3 different ways for you to use up your scrap paper this morning, and I'm working with 1-inch strips. So if you have a whole bunch of 1-inch strips, or you have larger pieces, you can cut them down to 1-inch strips. I'm going to show you 3 different ways to use them up. And what else? Oh, I'm Kristina Reese, and this is Creating with Kristina. I come live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on my Facebook page to bring you card tutorials. All right. Oh, and I have Colleen here. Good morning, Colleen. How are you? And let's a few things to take care of before I get started, and that is, if you do not know, I have a card challenge on this Facebook page, and it is pinned to the top of the page, and it is a friendship card challenge. Now, if you make a friendship card and you take a picture of it and post it there, you have a chance at winning a prize from me. So I encourage everyone to do that, and then send the card to a friend. All right. The next note is my Gleaming Christmas card kit is now available until the 16th of November. And I want to show you a little bit of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip my camera down, and hopefully you're going to be able to see this okay. I'm using my laptop this morning instead of my regular setup. I'm here at my parents' apartment again. All right, this is the paper, and these are all my little 1-inch strips that I have. See, I was creating cards with this paper for the kit class, and I had a bunch of leftovers, and I thought, ooh, we need to use these. So if you have a whole bunch of 1-inch strips, or like I said, larger scraps like this scrap, you could cut it down to 1-inch sizes. But this paper is gorgeous. It is gold foiled on one side, and then just regular design on the other, and the colors are Old Olive and Pretty Peacock and Night of Navy, and it's just beautiful color combination, especially for Christmas. All right, I'm going to put that over to the side right now. Also, the paper has these little ornaments, and you can fussy cut them, or you can use it as background paper, but I've fussy cut some of them, and we're going to be using those in our cards today. All right, let me bring these cards out to you, and hopefully I haven't messed anything up. So my first card here I've got these 1-inch strips, and they're different lengths, and then I have fussy cut the little ornaments out, and I picked the little gold toggle things here. I'm not sure what you call it, baubles. And what I want to do here, and let me find my glue. Oh goodness, here it is. Oh, my glue. And what I'm going to do, well, first of all, I want to snip the corner, this down. So, you know, it's like, you know how you see fabric banners and then they tie like a bauble at the end? That's the idea here. So now, if you don't like cutting things by hand like this, just eyeballing it, we do have a punch that does that, but we're going to put that one there, and then we have another one. And if you want them all to be the same, the easiest thing to do is just to flip it over so you can see it better, is to line it up like that and just use it as a guide, and then that way they're all the same. All right, and this one. And of course, I can't see y'all's comments right now. As soon as I flip my camera back up, I will reply to your comments. But keep talking and asking questions. And this last one. All right, and what I decided to do, instead of making every one of these strips the same color, instead of making them all different colors, I thought it would be nice to have 3 of them the same color, and then one a different color. So what we're going to do is tape these down, and I want my little bauble to sit like that, and then I'm going to go shorter all the way up, and then I'll have room here to put a sentiment. So we have that, and then we have that. Actually, I want that a little shorter. There we go. And then I'm going to switch to this pretty green, and then this blue one way up here. Now, actually, let's flip this out, because this one is already longer and will work better for this down here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I don't want it that long. There we go. All right, let me put that on there. Come on. There we go. Okay, and then when I finish this, I'll trim the tops all off. Okay. And then let's see which one's longer. They're about the same size, so that doesn't matter. B. Okay. Like I said, then I'm going to switch to the green. And then this, we're going to go back to the blue. There. All right, well, I didn't exactly get all the way over, but that's okay because we're going to be putting a sentiment over here to balance it. All right, and now let me lift this up. And I'm just going to trim these off on the back just using my card. This is a card front, so, and it's measured at 4 by 5 1/4, and we will be putting it on a card base. So this was just the card front, and let me move all that out of the way. Okay. Whoops. I'm working on the back side of a placemat, which is made of cork, and so things are not sliding around very much. When you're crafting in a place other than your home and your craft room, you tend to have to improvise a little bit for video. And I thought, oh, I'll just use the back side of my mom's placemat for a cork board. That's a nice background. All right, now these baubles, I would have put them up on dimensionals, but speaking of leaving home without it, so I don't have my dimensionals, so I'm just going to be gluing these down. I also don't have my tweezers. There's lots of things I don't have this morning, but that's okay. We're going to make this work. All right, and we have that little bauble on there. One. Actually, I'm going to tuck it under the, if I can. Come on. Oh, come on. No, I guess it's not going to want to go under there. Oh, I can use my scissors. There's a sharp tip on the end of the scissors that works. So it kind of looks like the fabric is tied on to the bauble. All right, and then this one. Yeah, so I'm making, so I have a card kit for you all using this paper and this stamp set, Christmas Gleaming, and it's, if you go over to my blog and you go to classes and events, there's a drop down menu and you'll see Christmas Gleaming, or I think it's Gleaming Christmas card kit, and click on that. The way this card kit works is you send me money through PayPal, and there are different options. You can just buy the kit, or you can buy the kit with the stamp set, or the kit with the stamp set and the punch. So there's a punch that goes with it that punches out these pieces, which is really nice. All right, so now we have, they kind of look like military badges, don't they? Oh well, they're supposed to be Christmas ornaments, but that's okay. I think you get the idea. And we're going to stay with this pretty peacock. And we're going to stamp the sentiment right here. And I'm going, there's 3 different sentiments in this set. There's Deck the Halls with boughs of holly, and then the next one, and Jolly this season, Merry Christmas. So let's see, and Jolly this season, Deck the Halls, or Merry Christmas. I'm going with just the Merry Christmas on. So let me just ink that up. And just like that. So we are finished with the first card, except it needs to go on a card base. Now, the other thing I forgot was to bring more card bases. I only have the 1 card base. So I'm not going to attach this right now. I'm just going to show you what it looked like if I did attach it. So let me turn this around so you all can see it better. All right, what do you think? So that is my first idea, using 1-inch paper strips. If you wanted to make these skinnier, of course, just cut them in half, but I thought that was a fun idea, and just hang the Christmas ornaments. And there's all kinds of ornaments you can fussy cut from this paper. Let me show it to you again. So all kinds, but I thought the gold looked real pretty. All right, let's look at card number 2. Card number 2, I don't know if you've ever seen this, but we are going to make a Christmas tree. And what gave me the inspiration was this ornament I fussy cut. It looks like a star, and I thought, oh, that would be the star to my tree. Oh, I have a question for you guys, and I was going to put this as one of those interactive memes, but what team are you? Are you Team Angel or Team Star on the top of your tree? I am a star. I love stars on the top of my tree, but I know a lot of people like putting angels. All right, so what I've done here for this card front is I have 3 strips of the 1-inch paper, and I've cut them all down by 1/2 inch. So there's a 1/4 inch off of each side. All right, and I'm going to snip the corners off so it looks like a tree. And we're going to start with this first one up here, because I want the first one to end at a point up there for my star to go on top of the point of the tree. All right, and so we have that. And like I said, if you're not comfortable fussy cutting or doing things just eyeballing, then you can get out a ruler or whatever and trim that off. But I kind of like that handmade folk art look. All right, and so now we've cut that one off, and now you can see it's starting to look like a tree. All right, and then this one. There we go. So now we have our little Christmas tree. And then I took this piece, and it's green for the stem, and then we have the pretty star to go on top, like that. All right, so let me glue all this down. And I'm actually going to start, let's see, trying to think. I need the sentiment to go down here, so I need to kind of move my tree over a little bit so my sentiment has room. Make sure my tree, and you can even tuck these underneath to make your tree a little shorter, so you still have room. Okay, yeah, and now let me get my sentiment and make sure I have enough room. So deck the halls with boughs of holly, or and be jolly this season. I like that one. Or the Merry Christmas again. So I think I'm going to go with and be jolly this season. All right, so let's put these on here. So, and like I said, if I had my dimensionals, I would have put the star on with a dimensional. Oh, come on, glue, don't clog up on me now. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. And another fun thing is, instead of, notice how this is kind of wonky here? That's kind of a fun thing you could do with your tree, kind of make it all crooked. I've seen that done. There we go. I'm just going to put that star right on top of that tree there. And I'm going to tuck that under there a little bit. There we go. And hold it for just a sec, let it set. And then this one. Yep. A little close to the edge there, but that's all right. Okay. And our trunk. And we're just going to stick that right there. All right, so then we have our trunk. Make it a little shorter. Perfect. All right, so there's our little tree, and then we just need our ink and be jolly this season. Or you could take the ink off of the and just put be jolly this season, but I like the and. There we go. All right, so we have our second card front. And let me put the glue on and show that with the back. There we go. So this is how this one would look when you attach it to the card base. So a second card using 1-inch paper strips. So that's a fun idea, making a tree. I've also seen presents made with paper strips, so that's another idea you could do. All right. Our third one is a really fun idea. Now this is 1-inch squares. So take your strips and make a bunch of squares. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to mix up the patterns and create a kind of quilt pattern like. And oh, they all got out of order. Hold on, I had these all in perfect order. I got to put them back now. I think this one was over here, this one was here. Here. Oh gosh. Oh, where were they? Here, here, here. Oh no, this one needs to be turned over. What's this one? Yeah, that one needs to be turned over. Okay, and this one goes here. Oh goodness. All right, you getting the idea? So yeah, I had all this set up. So these two match, these three match, these two match, these two match. All right, we're good. Now the way to do this so that you stay all centered, you can either take a ruler and a pencil, but like I said, I like to just eyeball things. I start with the very center one here, and I'm going to build off of this one. Okay, so let me pull these down a little bit, and see, with the wiggle room of the glue, makes it real nice for moving that around a little bit before it sets. All right, and now we're just going to build from there. So get these ornaments out of the way. So I'm going to put this one on. Come on. Oh, tell you what, it's hard to pick these little guys up. And I am going to set this one right next to it. Just a little bit of space, not too much. You can't really see the white showing through, but I can. But you want just a hair of the back of the card showing. All right, and let's get this one on. Oh, these are really being ornery this morning. Let me use my, there we go. Okay. You'll be able to see it better here. So just a hair of the card showing back behind it. Okay. There we go. And now that I've got these two, now I can come back up and put these two on. It doesn't really matter which way you go, but there we go. Okay. And that's okay that it came off the edge there. We'll trim that up. And then we have that piece there. Kind of there. There we go. All right. Oh. Okay, we've got those three. Now put this one here. Building. I know I should be talking to you all. I'm sorry. I'm just you all can talk to each other or ask each other questions or tell each other what you're doing. There we go. Make sure I'm doing this right. Is that going there? And that's going there? Yes. Okay. So it's fun, especially if you're a quilter, but if you just type in quilt, square quilt designs, they have tons of 1-inch square, or in the quilting world it's probably a 2.5-inch square, but all kinds of patterns. You can cut squares in half and make them half square triangles. That's what we call them in the quilting world, half square triangles, when you cut a square in half. All kinds of fun ideas. There we go. Get that one in there. We're almost done. And then we'll do some trimming. And then I've got just a couple more things to make this card a little more interesting that I plan on doing. All right. So we are using up, for those of you who've come in late, we are using up 1-inch scrap strips. Now these strips have been cut into 1-inch squares. All right, there we go. So they're all glued down now, and now we just flip it over and we trim. And just use the edge of the card layer, and this layer is cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4. And there is some glue sticking out on the side, and it's getting on my snips, but that's okay, it'll come off. I just got to clean them later. Okay. If you ever get adhesive on your snips, use some rubbing alcohol, and that will break the adhesive and you can rub it off. Or even fingernail polish remover too. That's another way to get adhesive off of your metal scissors here. So I'll do that later. Right now we want to show you this card front so far. So how pretty is that? Isn't that neat? I really like that. And especially this paper. And this is called Christmas Gleaming, or Gleaming Christmas designer paper. It is a little more expensive than our regular designer paper because it has the gold embossing on it. All right, so now I have fussy cut these two ornaments out from that paper I showed you earlier. Let me get that paper again. So this piece here has all kinds of ornaments you can cut out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang them here. Let's see. Do I want to hang from there and hang from there? That'll be fun. All right, and like I said, if I had dimensionals, I'd pop them up, but I don't, so I'm just going to glue them down. And then I'm just going to take a black fine tip marker, one of our Write markers, not our blends, but just our regular water-based markers. One side is a bullet point and the other side is a paintbrush, which are great. If you don't have any of our writing markers, they're great for coloring in. If you want a stamp to have different colors in different sections, they're great for that, or just for writing. All right, so I have my two ornaments there, and let me grab my Write marker, because I know I brought it. Hold on. I just forgot to get it out. There we go. Here it is. So these are, like I said, these are called Stampin' Write markers, and one end is a bullet point for fine tip writing, and the other side is a paintbrush for coloring. And they come in every color that we have ink pads for, so they're great. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to put some thread, and it's just hand drawn, so it kind of looks real, like it's hanging. All right, and then you could even put a bow if you so desire, but I'm not going to do that right now. So those are two little ornaments hanging, and then we're going to put our sentiment, deck the halls. So we haven't used that one yet. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. And there's a beautiful stamp in the stamp set of a holly leaf. That's really pretty. All right, and let me get my card base so you all can see what this one looks like when it's... And what I like is when you put it on a card base and give it that little frame, it just kind of pulls it all together like that. Isn't that pretty? I hope you all can see that. I can't see what you all can see right now. All right, so let me pull my 3 cards back out. This was 3 different ideas for using up 1-inch paper strips. So here are, oh, I keep forgetting y'all are backwards. Let me turn it around. Here we go, like that, and like that. Can y'all see those? The tree is too far down. Okay, I think we can see them. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay. Thank y'all so much for joining me this morning. All right, let's see what your comments are. Good morning, good morning. I've got lots of good mornings. Eyes. All right, Linda Brady says star on top of mine, but several angels hung on the tree. Absolutely, I love that. Oh, Linda, speaking of angels, so my stepdaughter, she loves angels. She was born in December, and so every year for the past 15 years, I have given her either a Lenox or a Waterford crystal angel for her tree. So she has 15 of them right now, and so that's really cool, angels. And then Tammy says, snuck in the bathroom to watch. You must have kids around. That's funny, Tammy. Debbie Cox says hello. Linda says cute tree. Thank you, Linda. Rhonda Johnson, I have many full sheets of this paper right now, but great ideas for later. Oh, absolutely. Yes, I love the full sheets. But yeah, as you get down to all the scraps, definitely keep these. And also, Rhonda, if you go over to my YouTube channel, I have a playlist called Scrap Paper Card Ideas, and I have done tons of card ideas. Every Monday I've been making Christmas card ideas with my scrap paper, so be sure to check that out. And Jean says pretty card, and Sue says love them. The one looks like candles. Oh, genius. You're right, it does. Hold on, let me hold it up for you guys. Okay, I'm switching it around to candles on my next attempt. I love it. Okay. You all are awesome. Make sure I haven't forgot anything. Like I was telling you earlier, if you liked this card tutorial, please be sure to go over to my YouTube channel, Creating with Kristina, and look at the playlist, Scrap Paper Card Ideas, and there's lots of them on there. Also, don't forget my Gleaming Christmas card kit is available. Just go to my blog, Creating with Kristina, go over to events and classes, drop down menu, and you'll see, and you click on that and it'll give you all the information and the pricing options. Okay, you all are awesome. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you back here Wednesday for the card challenge. Oh, and don't forget, enter the card challenge for your chance to win a prize. The challenge ends Tuesday night or early Wednesday morning before I go live. I go live at 9 a.m. Texas Central Time, so you'll have to get it in before that, because what I do is I go through and I just put all the names of the people who've entered onto a spinning wheel, and then we spin the wheel and we see who wins. Okay, y'all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.